Okay, so here's some more dialogue that I wrote for Reality Bite 2 sequel, Fantasies Gazelles of Bite. Good evening, America. I would like to announce that I shall be embarking on a continuation of my Reality Bites 2 script. Let's start at the scene in the bar. Troy is up on stage playing some songs with his band, and Michael is having some drinks with Vicky and Leilana. Troy finishes the set and begins talking to Michael, Leilana, and Vicky. My version of the scene is a rewrite embellished by me to reflect my romantic and narcissistic desires. Excuse me, Leilana. What is Michael doing here? He decided to drop in. Nice set, Michael. I'm here to fly Leilana and I to New York City. I edited her documentary and I would like to premiere it at different theaters there. I didn't agree to that. I thought that after seeing what I did with your documentary, you would most certainly be interested in going with me to New York City to give people an opportunity to see what a wonderful filmmaker you are. I don't like what you've done with it at all. You edited out all the parts that are supposed to show the dramatic arc of my happiness, sadness, inner searchings, yearnings, life goals, romantic longings, and philosophical ruminations, and sensationalized it to make it marketable to Philistines. When the checks start coming in, you'll be more than happy with my product, I'm sure. My artistic integrity is the most valuable commodity there is. I know I'm going to be able to succeed with this eventually. If you stick with me, I can guarantee you instant success. I'm looking for artistic success. If I could achieve that, the money will follow. What about me? Go with me and you will travel the world with my rock band. So far, you've only traveled the local coffee houses. All of a sudden, the former lover of Leilana shows up to speak to them. His name is Mike Meyer, and he's come to try to get their romance started again. Hi, Leilana. Mike? I don't believe my eyes. You don't think I forgot about you, do you? I haven't forgotten about you, Mike, so how have you been? Who is this guy? Oh, pardon me, Troy. This is Mike. We go way back. What do you do, Mike? I'm in a rock band, and I run a theater company. This evening, we're going to be putting on a performance of William Shakespeare plays. Would you like to come? Sure. I would like to tell you people something else that is very interesting. You people are archetypal characters in a script. The real life characters who portray you can be visited if you come with me. Really? Yes, it's a fact. In real life, my character is being played by a guy who also has the name Mike Meyer. The Leilana Pierce character is being played by Winona Ryder. In real life, Mike Meyer is very close to realizing his dream of meeting Winona Ryder, the woman he feels that he is preordained to consummate his love with. The consummation of his love would confer immortality to both of them. True love has that power. Let's go see the play tonight. Are you people with me on this? Everybody nods their approval and they go to see the performance. Here's an excerpt from it. They thoroughly enjoyed the William Shakespeare performances that evening and gathered in front of the theater known as the Mystic Woods Theater to discuss the play they had just seen. Blake walks up to Leilana to talk to her about it. So, Leilana, how did you like it? Thought it was spectacular. In particular, I enjoyed the Romeo and Juliet performance so much. I agree. It's amazing how they spoke in that era. The sophistication of their social interaction was incredible. To actually speak to each other in poetic phrases, a person would have to be acutely brilliant, I would think, to always have a statement or a response ready in a poetic form. How about it? To have poetry flowing out of you so easily seems so impressive. Do you have any favorite line that was spoken in the play? I like when Juliet starts to say that she is tempted to take back the love that she has given to Romeo. I like that too. The implication is that when love is taken back from a person and then given to them again, it is such a sublimely and gloriously numinous and pleasurable feeling to get the love that you lost back. It's like she took it away just so they could both feel the pleasure to rediscover each other. That's the genius of William Shakespeare. He understands the human psyche. Mike, it is so nice to be with a person who you can have a profound conversation with. And you love rock and roll too. I'm so glad you returned to me. Yeah, it's so cool, Ilana. We both love the same kind of music, and we both love literature that was written centuries ago. Our love is immortal and crosses the boundaries of time. Boundaries for us that are only gateways into new corridors of enlightenment to explore. Would you like to stay for the encore presentation? Definitely. This is so wonderful. Mike and Leilana stayed for the encore presentation as the rest of the people went home. Here's an excerpt from it. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed the encore presentation of William Shakespeare plays and went back to Mike's condominium in San Francisco. His condominium is a beautiful building architecturally, with its ornate windows that overlook the Bay Bridge. Mike looks into Leilana's brown eyes and speaks to her. Is this not a lovely view of the Bay Bridge, Leilana? That it is, Mike. I look out of the window at night to remember some of the great nights we spent together under the Bay Bridge, embracing each other, staring at each other's eyes as we felt the union of our souls. The love that we felt for each other was something that was communicated to each other with our eyes. And something that we both felt was innate to our being. Those were enchanting nights, Mike. I want that back, Leilana. That feeling of being so profoundly in love. I'm stuck in Texas, Mike. You are not stuck in Texas, Leilana. Move to San Francisco. How do you propose I do that? How would you like to be an actress? In my productions of William Shakespeare plays. I don't have any experience acting. I think it would be great if you tried it out. You could practice with me tonight in my condominium. I would have to leave some friends behind. Life is full of compromises, Leilana. I think you would make a lot of new friends in San Francisco. I'll have to think it over. It's a big life decision. Leilana finds a box in Mike's condominium with pictures of them by the Bay Bridge when they were in their 20s. Wow, Mike. You have some great pictures of us from the past. What great memories these are. We look so young. Look at how happy we look, Leilana. San Francisco is such a place for romance. Maybe I will move back here, Mike. I'll try acting, but I also want to continue my career as a documentarian. You'll be able to do that. Okay, let's do some acting. I'm ready. Yeah, let's. Great feeling I have is coming back to me. I'm so glad you came back into my life. Mike and Leilana performed some dialogue from Romeo and Juliet. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed practicing their Romeo and Juliet dialogue. That was so beautiful, Leilana. You seem to have a natural gift for acting. This was a surprise to me. I've been a documentarian in my career. I didn't realize how much I was going to love acting. Something that I found in acting is a way to really get to know yourself. I agree with that, Winona. You can have a dialogue with yourself and probe the innermost depths of your soul. And that way, it gives me a way to explore emotions in myself, both good and bad, and find stability. It's a wonderful thing. I agree. I have a question for you, Leilana. As a documentarian, what is the artistic essence of what you want to capture on film? I'm fascinated by providing a glimpse into other people's lives. It's fascinating to me to think about that. As I am experiencing many different things, other people are also experiencing a variety of things. Our lifelines may sometimes cross, and when they do, they can form a whole new lifeline that presents itself with a new series of events that a person may identify as being good or bad. Whether or not the life experiences are good or bad is in many ways subjective and is unique to he or she who experiences them. Do you think that there's an ideal? Do you think that there is such a thing as an ideal life that was perfectly lived with no mistakes? No. Mistakes can be the subconscious actually advising us to make better decisions. You have to get to know your subconscious if you want to live your happiest possible life. That's where your wisest, most evolved self resides. I've also heard that it's where dreams are born. It is. I'm a person with a lot of curiosity. It's fascinating to know what other people's life histories are. The thought of what some other person was doing many years ago while I was living my life in tandem with, but in a different place, is fascinating to me. It's fascinating to me too, Leilana. The real life Mike Meyer who portrays me likes to watch movies that were filmed in San Francisco in the 70s and 80s and think about what Winona Ryder was doing at the exact moment of a particular scene that he is watching. He knows from documentaries that he has seen of her that she lived in Petaluma, California then. He likes to imagine what she may have been doing at exact moments of scenes he is watching. That is fascinating. Yeah, I think that it's a beautiful obsession. That somebody who feels a deep connection to another person, I think that romance is built on obsession. Do you want to practice some more Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, let's. Wonderful. Let's perform the play. Mike and Leilana practice again. Here it is, an excerpt from. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performing of Romeo and Juliet and look at each other with passion in their eyes. I really hope you decide to live in San Francisco with me, Leilana. Believe me, Mike, I want to, but I'm contractually bound to a series of documentaries that I am producing about saving the American buffalo. That is a noble cause, Leilana. The American buffalo is such an icon. Could you produce these documentaries while still living with me in San Francisco? They seem to want me to be in Texas as a resident for now, so I can gain an understanding of the collective psyche of the Texas people and how it relates to the American buffalo. Yeah, I think the American buffalo holds a kind of spiritual significance to it that enlightens the people of Texas with a feeling of connectedness to a reality that transcends time and space. Yes, I agree. Within this reality, they can see colors never seen by human eyes, feel emotions never felt by human minds, touch things never felt by human skin, and hear things never heard by human ears. Yes, they can. It is so beautiful. Yes, it is. But if you come with me, Leilana, I can introduce you to the people of San Francisco, who can introduce you to the transcendent pleasures of the mind, body, spirit, and soul that can be accessed through traveling to a higher plane of existence by profound love. Yes, that would be exciting. I wish I didn't feel stuck here. I want you so much, Leilana. Do you want to practice some more William Shakespeare? Sure. How about Romeo and Juliet? Sure. Mike and Leilana practice again. Here's the next one. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed performing the Romeo and Juliet dialogue and sat on the couch of Mike's condominium in San Francisco, overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge, discussing many things. I was thinking about something very interesting, Leilana. Yeah, what is that, Mike? I was thinking about the power of movies. I was thinking about how amazing it is that when you watch a movie, something is taking place before your eyes. A movie is a record of the past, but watching a movie brings a piece of the past into the present, where you can relive these moments into the future, visiting these moments from the past, feeling a deep connection to your younger self as you continue to get older. Yes, indeed, Mike, I agree. These beautiful scenes from Winona Ryder movies are suspended in time where they can be accessed and where Mike Meyer can feel a deep platonic connection to her as he thinks about how his life relates to hers and ponders transcendent realities that involve them being exposed to the beauties and pleasures that the immortal love bestows upon people. That was beautifully expressed. When Mike Meyer watches Winona Ryder movies, he's able to keep those moments in time in his heart. It brings him back to a place in the past that he can continue to immerse himself in as he continues to navigate the future. That's a wonderful thing. Mike and Leilana kissed passionately that night with a profound love in their hearts for each other as the moonlight shone upon the ocean by the Golden Gate Bridge. The city of San Francisco seemed to be enlivened by a sense of stark existence. Mike and Leilana got up the next day and were greeted by a warm sun that warmed their bodies and raised their spirits. They went to a restaurant in the city for breakfast called Pancakes by the Bay. How do you like the pancakes, Leilana? These pancakes are incredible. I'm glad you like the pancakes. They are so good. I've had a lot of pancakes in my life. I've had some great pancakes, but these pancakes are ridiculously delicious. How do they prepare these pancakes? I've got something to tell you, Leilana. These are just ordinary pancakes. They are no ordinary pancakes. These pancakes are sumptuous. Yeah, but they are sumptuous for a reason that is not culinary. What can that be? Let's take a trip to the kitchen where they make the pancakes. Mike and Leilani walk to the kitchen to talk to the chef that Mike knows. Her name is Chef Penelope. Hi, Chef Penelope. How are you? I'm doing great. Who is this lovely young woman? This is Leilani Pierce, my lovely girlfriend. She is lovely. I brought her here to the kitchen to show her that these pancakes are just ordinary pancakes. Indeed, Leilani, they are just ordinary pancakes. See, this is just store-bought pancake mix. They don't taste like ordinary pancakes. They are just ordinary pancakes. They are ordinary pancakes. They taste extraordinary because they are flavored by a special ingredient that is not culinary. What is that? Love. Everything in your life is heightened to a level of sublime pleasure by your love. Your platonic love gives meaning and significance to the most ordinary and mundane pleasures. True pleasure can only be felt when it is experienced by the mind, body, and spirit and soul interacting with each other in connection to the aforementioned and another human being. Welcome to love, Leilani. It is a land of exquisite pleasure populated by you and Mike. I'm glad I ordered the pancakes. I'll talk to you soon. They went back home. Okay.